Hey gang, it's Briggs. I apologize I'm not able to be there with you today, but I figured that for a little bit of PD about using video, it'd be useful for me to talk about one way to use video is when you're absent. So this works out pretty nicely. So we're looking today, obviously, at different ways to use video in the classroom, either in person or for blended or for e-learning instruction. For in person, on a day when you're going to be absent, it's really easy to put together a quick intro video. I'm going to kind of show you one that I've done here. The audio is a bit glitchy, so I'll just kind of skip through it. So this is a video I made just for a day I was going to be absent, where I walked the kids through what I expected of them for the day. It's literally a 2-minute video, not even, that shows them what I want. So yeah, the video isn't even working. Oh, I have the mute on. So I want to still glitchy. But anyway, what I do is I show them in classroom where it is for the day. Then I go ahead and introduce the article that I want them to read. And then I have them go ahead and look at the reading guide that goes through what I want them to accomplish. So it is like a 30-second thing the kids can watch. It took me 2 minutes to put together, and helps them get a good start on the day when I'm absent. So that's one way. I think of more use to most of you folks is going to be a tool called EdPuzzle, which you can use in person, but is really good for flex days and blended instruction, and really good for e-learning because it gives kids access to videos, but they're guided videos. So I'll show you kind of how this tool works as well. So with EdPuzzle, basically you can take any video you want off of YouTube. I took a crash course about the Roaring '20s as sort of an introduction to the Great Gatsby. And what you can do is you can take that video and you can sort of pause it in certain places and add, audio feedback. You can add questions the students have to answer, all kinds of stuff. So again, this can be glitchy as far as the audio goes. But notice it stops immediately, and I've got a video or an audio clip.
Hey team, we are going to be talking about the Great Gatsby here over the course.
So they watch that, then they hit continue. Once it's done, it does make them listen to the whole thing before they can continue.
Hi, I'm John Green. This is Crash.
And they watch the video. And then at some point over the course of the video, they hit these little activities that I've set up.
$10 from private business. Older industries adopted Henry Ford's assembly line techniques, and newer industries like aviation, chemicals, and electronics grew up to provide Americans with new products and new jobs. During the 19...
And then it pauses, and then I ask them a question. So they would answer this question, they would hit submit, and then they can watch the rest of the video. Which
during the 1920s, annual production of cars tripled. 20s car.
So then the next place it stops is actually have a little tangent I want them to go on, where I've linked to an article related to something in the video. So they can click this article. It takes them to this article, and then back in EdPuzzle, there's a question they have to answer, and once again, they can continue. So the whole video kind of goes on like this. They can watch the whole video. I've got all kinds of little like comments and questions to kind of help guide them. It's a 13-minute video, but truthfully, it's probably going to be about 35, 40 minutes of asynchronous activity that will keep kids focused on some quality content, where it's not just watch the video, answer a few questions. You can pause the video just like you would if you were watching it in class, to stop them, to show them something, or to ask them a question, or to guide kind of conversation. And what's really nice is you can add your classroom to this, and you can assign these out into classroom and grade them that way, so that it's all kind of recorded through a system you've already got set up through Google. And the gradebook will kind of keep track of how well kids performed on that. So it's a neat tool to use, certainly one I would recommend experimenting with, especially if you've got blended kids. And if we do ever go to e-learning, this is a tool, EdPuzzle, that doesn't take that long to set up, and can make for a lot more quality video content for your students. Thank you. Appreciate you guys listening. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Cahill.